Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SAPA PR Podcast, where today we are starting our coverage of our summer series, SAPA Premier League. It's our third edition of it, and I'm joined by our commissioner, Matt Carpenter, to talk about the sets that we played in our first week.
Happy to be here. It's funny, back on my original podcast, but we started the PL podcast with PL, and here we are for the third edition. So
yeah,
time really flies.
That's crazy. It's 3 years.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the games, I have up here on the screen some of exciting new artwork and a rundown of the teams for this season. If you guys aren't familiar with how we work with or how SAPA PL works, it's modeled after Smogon Premier League, where you draft teams of players, and every week we play different formats against another team.
Yeah. So this season we have a rotating schedule of formats.
Yep.
So today we're going to be talking about the first 5 that we played, which are Scarlet Violet OU, DPP OU, or SOU, Partners in Crime, and our wild card format. And for this week, it is National Decks.
Yeah. So a lot of good games this week. We had a lot of game 3 situations, which we'll go through. But first, rundown of the teams. Up here first is the Goldenrod City Gamblers. Our team captain is Ernest. Team is composed of him, the captain, and then me, Jordan, JT, and Izzy. Our next
squad.
Yeah, it's
squad.
been cool, and then this artwork is just all the artwork, courtesy of Jordan, has just been absolutely incredible. This PL.
Yeah, I do have to say, I think this is
Yeah,
this might be her best work so far.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Our next captain was Vivi of the Dreamyard Dwellers, where she has drafted the Cooler David, Brian, Lily, and Chester, a newcomer in SAPA.
Yeah. David B is also a newcomer, but most importantly is Vivi's brother.
Right. Yeah. So we got family in
the
there.
the family power up.
Yeah. Our next captain is your captain, good old Tim, of the Sunny Shore City Sightseers. We see Evie there getting a nice tan in the artwork. But these are some classic VGC players in the Discord of Tim, Hall, you, Aaron, and Frank.
Yeah, it's funny. This is the third PL, and this is the third time Hall, Aaron, and I have been on a team together.
That is funny.
So we're no strangers to this.
Used to working together.
Yeah.
And then our final team here in the lineup is headed by Adam, a long-standing player here in SAPA of the Lumiose City Wild Zones, where he has drafted his good friends Chris THT, Will, Bannon, and David to round out his roster.
And do not refer to them as the Wild Areas. It's a bad name, and he will fight you in real life.
Yeah. So yeah, great artwork, and so we're gonna go through the games. We're gonna go format by format, and so this week it was the Goldenrod City Gamblers versus the Dreamyard Dwellers, and the Sunny Shore City Sightseers versus the Lumiose City Wild Zones. And up first we have Gen 9 OU is our first format, and we have Izzy versus Brian.
We can kind of look at these teams.
Yeah.
This was a team that was featured on the forums because not only is it, it's a Sun team,
Yeah, we see
which
Whimsicott
we're going to
here.
see a lot of, so I hope you like
Yeah.
the sunshine because it is starting to get warm.
Yeah, it's summertime,
Pokemon are into it too. But this team has a really cool Whimsicott that is not Prankster, which is what you know Whimsicott for.
Right.
It is actually using its other ability, which is Chlorophyll. And in the sun, it's going to be faster than, speedy guys like Booster Energy,
Moth.
Iron Valiant,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
That is insane to be faster than
consider.
that. Yeah. But yeah, cool team. Izzy running looks like a pretty standard OU core with Cure, Iron Moth, Gambit.
Offense.
Yeah.
So first we see that Landers is named one beer.
One
and
beer.
for those who immediately picked up on it, this is in fact an MF Doom themed team, not by the Pokemon but by the nicknames. So shout out to MF Doom.
Yeah.
RIP or GOAT. And we see this Whimsicott is at +2 after using Growth.
Yep.
And it's turn 3, and this guy is ready to throw out big moves.
Yeah. Look at that. Quad resisted Moonblast doing 26 is crazy.
We're going to see Iron Moth vanish off the earth.
Damn.
Terrago Shadow Ball at +2 is going to do a lot of damage.
Yep.
And
Not sure
there's not a lot that's going to stop him.
No.
Except for that guy.
Except, yeah, maybe this guy.
Out.
Right, probably the right thing to bring in so you could Sucker Punch instead of sacking Darkrai for no reason. But, you know, sometimes we do silly things.
Sometimes you forget the good play in front of you.
Yep.
Maybe we think, maybe that's a Scarf Darkrai that thinks it can get the jump.
Maybe it was Scarf Darkrai, but still not going to be faster than Chlorophyll.
If we see Izzy break this team again, maybe we'll find out later.
Perhaps. Insane SD, but I guess it worked out because he didn't die to the headlong.
Yeah, he just died to the helmet.
Yeah. Not sure why Brian elected to press headlong instead of CC, but
I probably predicted a switch.
Maybe like a hat switch. I don't know.
Yeah, because keeping King Gambit in on Husk is really not the best thing.
No.
And if that King Gambit terra'd into Fairy.
Like a Fairy, yeah. Yeah, maybe he was predicting the Terra, yeah.
Yeah.
Hydro Steam to 60. Jesus.
And Walking Weight
dead
is gonna do it.
Yeah.
He can't wake up.
No. Can't walk up.
Wake him up inside. Oh, I'm dyslexic. Ignore me.
It's okay.
But he can't wake up either.
Yeah. So Brian wins game 1 and then brings this absolutely heinous
monstrosity.
Team. Yeah.
It's Life Orb Darkrai.
Life Orb Darkrai. Yep.
Who are wondering.
I'm pressing Dark Pulse into the Fairy type.
Yeah.
You might wonder. Why?
Why? Someone please explain. And then Brian's throwing out Whirlpool. This is already
also makes you wonder why. So
yeah, there's a lot of questions. When people ask in English class, where it's the 5 W's.
Yeah, it's just 5
I want to know
whys.
why.
Yeah,
I know the who, I know the where.
Yep.
I know the when. Tell me the why.
Mm-hmm.
But
Terra Water liquidation. It's going kind of crazy.
Which makes you wonder why Kyurem didn't come in first.
Yeah.
It resists.
But
then also clicks Icicle Spear.
Yeah.
I have a genuine question after watching this game. Izzy, do you know the type chart?
Yeah, we might have to do some work back in the casino here. Why was the Zoomerl on a balloon? I don't know.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Yeah. Why are we bringing the Dark type in against the Fairy type when you have I guess
King Gambit.
Yeah, King Gambit.
Iron Moth is in.
Yeah, it's gonna get Aqua Jetted.
And again, we see the Sucker Punch here on Darkrai, and we remember in game 1 where there was a Whimsicott.
Why didn't we? Yeah,
would have probably died to Sucker Punch.
It surely would have. Yeah, that would have been really cool tech to pull out. Sucker Punch almost killing this guy.
And then with the Life Orb, if it did live, it probably would have died in the second one.
Right.
It would have died to Life Orb Recoil, excuse me.
Yeah.
And now he's a rival. And look at that, he lived.
Funny.
But Moltres is gonna clean this up.
Is it?
Well, maybe not.
I don't think
maybe not. Is Moltres gonna be able to do it?
No,
it's Flare Blitz for some reason.
So Izzy winning the game against Azurill and
Meryl and Balloon.
Yeah. And
Flare Blitz Moltres.
So Brian now bringing a third team. This one's got Mr. Nose.
Yes. This is another forum team. Another one that got featured on Jimothy Cool's channel.
I see.
Shout out to Mr. Cool. Big fan of his. But yeah, this team's cool. The Probo Pass is specifically for King Gambit.
That makes sense.
You trap it in, and you have Iron Defense Body Press. And the most common Terra for Gambit is probably fairy.
It's probably
which
fairy.
then you're a steel type,
Right.
and you click a steel move,
Yeah.
and that's pretty neat.
But,
And
like,
it
don't
also
you
has
just
like
die
the
to-
ability.
Don't you just blow up to low kick though? I
Well,
don't know.
that's why you probably Terra Propo Pass.
I guess so.
Be
Yeah.
a bird, and then you don't have to worry about it.
True. All of a sudden,
Things are
we have like a +4, +5.
so. Again, back to the type chart
Back
thing.
to the type chart. Why are we not pressing Sludge Wave here? Press
This
Sludge
game is
Wave,
over.
that game it literally ends.
Game ends on the spot. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit the go back to school.
No disrespect to Izzy as a player, but this is not a great showing
No.
right here.
Yeah, Sucker Punching the Dark type. Like, what are we doing here?
This is and you also wonder, hey, King Gambit, that guy's probably got
That guy probably has Iron Head.
Iron Head or something.
Yep.
But
But
Kirim gets the
Kirim
crit
gets it done.
and is able to break through.
Yeah.
But now there's really no way to stop
This
this
guy.
guy.
Oh,
Oh, but he's too fast. He was so fast,
fast.
he left
He
the
had to
battlefield.
leave.
Yeah.
Chipping this. I guess that's fine. You don't really need Lando anymore.
So you probably do. It was Iron Crown is.
It was at 18%.
well
What
scary.
was it gonna do? Yeah,
How fast is Iron Crown? I genuinely don't know.
faster than this Lando, because this Lando's not very fast. I don't think. I thought Press does do a lot, and this is a steel type. What are we doing?
We know that it is Terra Ground, Terra
Yeah,
Blast.
why are we
except-
not Terra Ground, Terra Blasting?
Well, she already used her Terra. So
Oh well,
that's
why? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does Kira
now
not get?
this guy
Does
is
Kira
gonna-
not get Earthquake?
I don't think so.
I actually don't know.
I don't believe so. You know what? I'm gonna consult the archives because my Kyurem knowledge is lacking because
Yeah.
I don't play Gen 9, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
Now we know this thing has low
No,
kick.
It does not.
It doesn't get it. Okay, that makes sense then.
No.
We know that.
Yeah, that's true.
We know that Gambit had low kick. This is a Rock Steel type.
Which wins the game.
Wins the game.
It
but we
wins the
Sucker
game.
Punch.
Um,
Lot to be desired from that performance. But good
Yeah.
on Brian, winning with the silly teams. Well, let's move on to the other Gen 9 OU match, which was a really, really good match.
Supreme Overlord Tim
Right, versus
is
David.
locking in. David is he plays this tier.
Right.
He always looks to bring something a little spicy in his words. However, Pheasantipity is here, and
Pheasantipity
I
is
wouldn't
here.
really put that in the category that we as an audience might go, oh, this is a pretty cool Pokemon.
Is that a Scheissmon? I don't know.
I don't know. This is definitely a misplay by Tim, because we see
Yeah,
that
it-
Dragapult
it-
doesn't. It takes boots damage, or
Right.
doesn't. I can't speak, but you know what I'm
Doesn't
saying.
take spikes, you're right. And so, like, if you have a Lumberry, don't Sucker Punch there, right? Because you can eat the Wisp with your Lumberry, so you should just attack. But he got kind of bailed out from the second Willow Miss.
That is true.
Dragon Ball going down. Pheasantipity's down. Goldengo eats that
And
Draco.
loses the balloon here.
Yeah.
However, Goldengo is going to come in against the Beam's Avenger.
Yeah. But Goldengo's got to get
He
out of
was
there.
looking a little threatening,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the Ruination here.
Coming off. Knocking off there is crazy, but maybe he's predicting a switch.
I would think Latios would come in there.
Yeah.
So I like that click from Tim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't lose too much from doing it, right? Because you get this thing's helmet off, which is nice.
Yeah. And that Ting Blue's got some speed.
Yeah, he's got some
Which
speed,
is
and he's got
pretty-
offensive
I like
investment, I think. 65 to Gambit, I think, is maybe offensive investment.
I mean, it's an unfortunate miss there.
Yep. Missed another and another and another.
Another one. And he misses again.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Call it, make it 3, baby. But yeah, Tingus is kind of just sitting here and existing
Yeah.
on another level of
Mm-hmm.
play than everybody else.
Yeah. Sack or Gambit here. It's fine. Dead spikes anyway with no removal. David making a good play and putting rocks up.
Yeah. And now...
Oh my goodness, Moth comes in at half.
And Ogerpon also dies on entry.
Yeah. Another silly play here by Sludge Waving and Dazzling Gleaming. Not really sure why we went into Iron... Not really sure why we went into Iron Moth against Garg. Ogerpon,
well, Zapdos is weak to rock, and Goldengo gets salt cured for 25%.
Yeah, but you could just make it rain and Garg dies.
Terra?
Yeah, I guess. But, like, you kind of have to force it, right?
Yeah, no, you make a good point.
Because otherwise you have to sit here and watch Garganak will kill you.
Which, that's what's going to happen.
There's the Terra.
There's a Terra. And, this is over.
Yeah. But, like, if you force that earlier without stacking your Moth, then you can, like, go into Zap.
Maybe make something happen.
You can get some motion going. But at this point,
unfortunately, it is the way that it goes, and Zapdos is
40%.
Not going to be able to do this one. Because there's still a Latios. His Zamazenta is still there.
Yeah, now you're cured. Latios is just going to drop a Draco or Psychic Noise and clean it up. And so David taking game 1.
Yep. We go game 2.
Go to game 2.
Here's David, known documented terrain hater,
and
also big Iron Boulder enthusiast. He came into this season really talking up Iron Boulder.
Yeah,
he's going to beat everybody with Boulder.
Yep.
So Tim says, I'm going to kill you.
Yep.
And lose my Ogerpon.
Then gets crit, yeah.
I don't know if that would kill.
Yeah.
But now Boulder is dead. And for the team that David brought, I mean, Boulder kind of looked nice. So I don't know about leading it and just keeping SD on turn 1.
Yeah, I think that might have been wasteful.
I think you want to get rid of or chip Goldengo down first.
Right.
Before attempting.
Yeah, because what was it? SDCC, probably Rock Move, and maybe Psychic Move? I don't know.
SD, what's his move? It's the Mighty Cleave. Is that his?
Yeah, Mighty Cleave. Goes to Protect.
Yeah, good move. Yeah. Good move on a bad Pokemon.
Bad Pokemon, yeah. Many such cases.
Many are saying this. So one thing Tim does not remember is you can click a priority move on a flying type in terrain.
It's true.
So Samurott could have come in and jetted, but not that it really mattered.
No, I mean, Zap didn't really take any meaningful damage from that.
Yeah. And here's the eject button, Hatterene, which really worked out for Tim.
Yeah.
Because Hatterene would have been really problematic.
Hatterene would have just pressed Dazzling Gleam or Nuzzled, and all of a sudden Samurott's dead. Is this AV Samurott? I feel like it is, right?
I think so.
It's that or Sash, right? That's what they run.
Yeah. Oh, but here's the Shell Smash. But again, like, King Gambit is alive.
Yeah.
But also, he's dead.
He's dead.
So Samurott did a good job.
Yeah. So clean win by Tim. We run it back.
Game 3.
David's running.
There's
some monstrosity of Don Dozo, Reggie Drago. Tim bringing the one team he has. If you have a team that you think is good and you know how to pilot it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
We see the keyway from Zapdos, which is a pretty good clip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to mitigate this thing so you can get your spikes up and you don't have to worry too much about court change.
Yeah. Losing Zapdos right here sucks.
Yeah, I feel like you could go Goldengo there pretty freely.
I don't know. You kind of want to keep that.
The balloon, I guess.
Yeah, the balloon.
What is Don Dozo going to do to Ogerpon? Literally nothing. Good knock.
Nothing. Great knock from Tim.
Yeah.
Good making progress. Oh, and he said, "I don't want to be a grass type anymore.
Nope.
I'm hitting his bird."
And crit.
Big crit.
Crit probably mattered. Although.
Yeah, a little power. I believe that. Boom.
It's a lot. 64.
Gotta hit it again.
Yeah, honestly, just go for it. This will kill.
Boom. Done. Ogerpon, broken Pokemon.
Pokemon's crazy.
Tim, you should have clicked power. That would have been base.
The Terra Water's kind of crazy. I guess power would. Tim doesn't want to.
No, this one.
Tim notoriously hates missing moves, and so he doesn't like to press.
See, I feel like this was a really good opportunity to go into Goldango instead of being like, yeah, I'll hit and I'll kill him.
Yeah.
And then letting him die.
Yeah.
Anyway, Slow King tells a funny joke.
Tells a funny joke.
Dozo, who's going to wall. King Gambit barely doesn't get the kill.
Unfortunate.
And now he's sleeping with the fishes.
Yup. Electing to get your sleep talk, gets the lucky body press pull. Taking off his cloak. I guess for Garg.
The Garg, yeah. Samurot's still kicking. He could definitely
get a spike up.
Spike down. And now coming in here is probably Moth, I guess. But again, like Slow King kind of walls you.
Yeah.
But you gotta start getting some boosts.
Mm-hmm.
David going for the
on the read. Yeah.
But Tim just said, "I gotta kill this guy."
Yeah.
And you know what? He's doing it.
It's true. Fairy Dance, another boost.
Another boost.
But
like Dondozo is going to check it.
Yeah.
But if Tim clicks Sludge Wave, or if he's not Scarf, might be Scarf Draco. It's not. It's dead.
It's not. But I like David sacking the Drago to get HP on this guy, so he could tank the hit. Yeah. But is Gambit going to be able to do it? I think he might. Kotao kills this. What is Dozo?
It all depends on sleep talk rolls.
Yeah,
because like he can go for
cast a rest here. Yeah.
Yep.
Kotao.
So go for Cleave. Cleave looks like a 3-hit.
Yep.
So we get liquidation, no body press. Another Kotao, 31.
Sleep talk, body press, gets the kill. But that's honestly a good body press, right? Because now Goldango can kill.
It's good for Tim.
Yeah.
And then
Shadowwall cleans up.
Shadowwall cleans it.
Yeah. So really good.
But even
really
if
good
it
set.
wasn't, yeah, it would have been a roll.
Yeah, the Kotao's like not a, it was a roll kind of not in his favor by the looks of it. Actually, I don't even know if he could have gotten a kill.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We saw
like crit.
Yeah. So actually, that was really good to get the body press.
That was the best body press of all time.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, so good shit from Tim.
I would say that was a better set than the first one.
I think many would agree.
Yeah.
But now we're going on to our next format, which is DPP Gen 4
This
OU.
is your set.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the? Go ahead and you play it, and then just pause it. Pause it right here. Pause right here.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Listen, we all know of the controversial new ban in DPP where they killed my good friend Machamp for the high crime of having dynamic punch no guard. And I miss that guy dearly. So I was like, well, what if I can make his son work? So I wanted to make him a choke team. And I was like, well, what if I just put Machoke in the lead and made him do what Machamp does? So
yeah.
So here he is. Not great into Azelf lead, unfortunate. And it would honestly would have been fine if I was like Focus Sash or something, right? But I decided to do something much sillier, and so this Machoke is Endure, Custap, Dynamic Punch, Payback, and Toxic. It's a very bad set. So I bring Machoke back in here, not realizing it was going to do that much damage. And I make a bad play here and Dynamic Punch into the Rotom.
Damn, you're playing 5v6, huh?
Yeah, I sure am. But whenever you have Spadef Heatran, things can get done.
That's true.
There's motion. I go for Plume there, get an unlucky not burn.
True.
And then T-Tar presses DD, and now all of a sudden I look at my team like, wow, I really don't have anything for this. So I go for another.
That's bad.
Yeah, I go for a para, not thinking like, oh, it's gonna have Lum, which it definitely does. So that was dumb. I should have just Iron Headed.
Yeah, probably.
Scarf Rotom can come in, does damage, but
KO.
Yeah. Zapdos.
This would have been a really good turn for that.
For the Custap? Yeah, I know. So I had made some very very silly plays in this first game, and they really kind of put me behind. Kills my Zapdos, which is a bummer because I really needed him.
Maybe you should have sacked
I should have sacked Machoke there because he was useless. But Specs Lottie's here. What do I press? Surf? Yeah.
Yeah, still doesn't KO.
No,
no.
it's not
Yeah, we
to
see
hit.
lefties on Rotom.
Yeah.
Are you Specs?
I am Specs, yeah. So I gotta get out of
So
there.
we see Wisp.
Crazy
We've seen
Wisp.
people-
Like, what are you trying to Wisp on my team? Jirachi?
It-
I guess.
Obviously, a champ.
Yeah.
But judging by like how the rolls are and everything, I would say that looks like Restock Rotom.
Yeah.
Probably knowing that you're a known Breloom enjoyer.
I am a Breloom
Not a
enjoyer.
bad bring into you.
Yeah.
This might not be the team structure for it, but it is a solid bring into what you like.
Specs Draco there not killing, lost me the set. Did it? Yeah. No.
I don't know.
No,
because
because
this guy.
well, no, I would be at full.
Yeah, but if it clicked SD on the because you would be at mine.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Like literally should have SD'd on that turn, right? 100%, and then
yeah.
it would have been over. So, but if she played the way she did, even if I wasn't at -4, right, or had the HP down, there could have been something going on there. But Heatran is kind of dead weight here because it's slower and ties to both these guys.
The double fighting.
Yeah, and so now it's over.
Unfortunately,
Body
you are
here.
speed range.
You just sack and Fernape and you speed. Yep. That's all she wrote. So I go down game 1, bring my silly Machoke team. I'm like, all right, well, I need to win for my team. Let me bring a real team.
Gotta lock in a little bit.
So I look down at my builder, and it's like, what team can I trust me to lead me to victory in DPP? And I dust off Old Reliable, the first team that you and I ever built together in this format, which is Raikou lead. And so I did a quick calc. I always lived that. And so I stayed in, do a fun E-Speed to pick off the Focus Sash. See Lucario
There's
again.
another Lucario.
Yeah, early Lucario is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The double
even the revenge kill Raikou is that's telling me that's Scarf Lucario.
Right. Or at least has
which
E-Speed,
still-
right?
But here's Fortress.
Here's Fortress.
Are you cool if I go on a tangent about Fortress?
Go for it.
So just kind of looking at Lily's team, the way it's set up with the Aerodactyl lead, typically that's a Pokemon that signifies, hey, I'm bringing an offensive team, so I need someone that's going to get up rocks, prevent rocks, and die.
Yeah.
Right? So with that kind of team, you want dudes that are going to hit hard and fast. Like Gyarados, perfect example of that.
Right.
Lucario, another great example of that.
Yeah.
Rotom, presumably that being like a Choice Scarf variant, also very common on these structures. Fortress, however, is like the exact opposite of what you're looking for.
Yeah, it kind of kills your momentum.
Yeah, because like, you're trying to basically set up with your sweepers as much as you can and just kind of blitz through.
Yeah.
And then again, we call mine Jirachi, also very good on these kinds of teams. Now, if that Fortress was, let's say, like you really wanted to push the offensive momentum, but you really wanted the bulky steal, that can be a fast spiking Skarmory.
Right.
Where you get that, hey, I need to come in, I need to check something, but like also more spikes, and now, hey, I now have SC Lucario, or it's Scarf, I have Gyarados, I got Rotom, and I have Call My Jirachi. So now it's like, it's really hard for people to switch in on that.
Yeah. Anyway.
And now look what Fortress did. It let
Breloom start going.
get going.
Yep.
And against an offensive team that doesn't have a defensive backbone,
if it starts going, I'm behind a sub. I'm sub punching. Like, there's no stopping it.
yeah, like with an offensive team, you cannot let these kinds of Pokemon get going.
Yeah.
Like
It's like I don't even need to worry about this because I
this
live.
Breloom, yeah.
Yeah. So this wasn't Scarf. In fact, it was Life Orb. But
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry, picture frame fell off my desk. Play my cat.
But yeah, not a whole lot going on in this game.
Yeah.
Fortress let me
is
get
huge.
Fortress let me get Heatran in, which I guess this is more offensive Heatran than I thought. Yeah,
Because
it's Sugarberry. But yeah, and the Gyarados was brought in on the on the Heatran, I elected just to blow up to do a lot of damage, knowing that if it DD'd, even if it lived the explosion, which it did, Rotom could come in with Scarf to pick it off, because I'm tired of losing to DD Gyarados, so all my fucking teams end up having Scarf Rotom.
You mean the double electric?
Yeah.
Pretty strapped up well into Gyarados.
Yeah.
You need something else to beat you.
Right.
So let's see how. There's a Skarmory, right?
Yep.
So good chance it could be like a fast.
There's Fortress again.
So now this could be a more defensive leaning team, just given the preview.
Maybe.
Again, we don't know. Here's Heatran.
Heatran on the Flash Fire. So I am Shuka Berry, so I stay in here all the time. I can eat any Earth Power from him.
Yeah.
And I'd either win the speed tie or was faster. So get that clean kill. Bringing in Heatran on a Heatran when you don't have Earth Power. Well, maybe, or don't have Shuka Berry.
I would assume it did.
Yeah. But if you don't have Shuka Berry, then you're just gambling.
Yeah.
That's never a good spot to be in.
It is gambling. And here's another double electric.
Yep. Do I sub here? No, I switched like a good player.
You want to get out of there.
HP Ice, maybe? Pretty standard.
Just like, again, looking at the team structure, again, the way it is definitely seems more of a defensive build.
Yeah.
It could be like a sub Zapdos.
I think it is sub. I think we do see that.
It's like, it works as like you look at Lucario and you look at this team, like, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So Zapdos will give you something into that, while also still being powerful. And there's Gyarados.
It's scary. And so I'm going to ignore Gyarados entirely. Well, I'm not ignoring him, but I'm gonna
put him to bed.
No, Skarmory's asleep right now. But I got my seeds on him, so he can't live forever, and I can always go this guy. DD,
yep.
You gotta get out of there, or you're gonna die. I don't have to predict because there is no Thunderbolt switching.
There is no ground type.
Nope.
There is no electric resist, which also kind of seems like a
she has her Rotom, but like,
yeah.
Like,
I don't know, if you're really trying to build around Gyarados, you gotta have something that could take the electric move. That is coming. It's going to be there.
Yep. So we do see Sub-Bruce Zapdos, but I am good old Tank Pert, so I have strapped with me some Ice Beams.
Yeah, you also have Roar too.
I do have Roar, yeah, which I didn't know what it was going to do.
I mean, looks really dangerous right now.
Yeah.
You just
throw
away all
I know the Rotom probably has Wisp because she likes to run Wisp on Rotom, so I was like, that's something I don't want to have into my Swampert, but yeah. Breloom can come in on any time Rotom shows up, and really realizing that she can't really break this guy. Probably Braybird's Scarm, but it's just going back to bed and just can't get it done.
It's gonna be kind of hard to even despite the 2 flying types and the ghost type, the fact that the rocks are up and it's like she's really gonna struggle to break Swampert.
Yeah,
like I don't like she can't beat Swampert and Breloom.
Yeah, and like if Rotom gets sufficiently chipped, Raikou will eventually hit the field and press Thunderbolt and win the game.
He's
it's at 100%. Yeah. So fun game. I love this team. It's still solid. Years later.
It still works. Yeah.
On the other side of the bracket, or other side of the tournament in DPP, we have Bannon versus Frank.
Yes. So seeing the Breloom lead, Frank kind of went into DPP and he says, "Hey, I have my one team that I've laddered with a lot. I'm really comfortable with it." He's like, "I'm probably going to bring it." Also, you pause the game real quick.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Sorry. So he brought his all reliable team.
Yep.
He knows how to use it. So I like that he to switch out of Azelf because a lot of them are Lumberry.
Right.
And then if that Azelf clicks taunt on you,
and you're
forced to switch, and then he gets rocks for free, which is unfortunate.
Right.
So what he does, he just says, "All right, I'm just gonna get out of there. Bite my losses is what it is." John switching into Lucario is stupid.
Yeah, that's not.
Don't do that. That was very bad.
Oh, Lucario and DPP, he's the last mon you bring out to SD and try to sweep.
He has a steel typing. That's not a steal.
No, it's not.
No, that's Metagross.
Yeah. Those meter meshes are going to hurt, especially now with the boost. He doesn't even have to worry because DQ, and now you're just down to Lucario. Like, why? Where
And we
was?
see that Zapdos was
Yeah,
here,
the
which
whole
is
time.
such a good switch in to Metagross.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Um. Yeah.
So we see John Structure definitely trying to get an idea of what it is there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do know about this team. David did explain it to me. This is a Scarf Lucario because Bannon is a player that loves Explosion.
It's true.
So that is a copycat Scarf Lucario.
Funny. Yep, there
And
he
Snorlax is
is.
here. So this is more of a boom spam team.
Yup. Oh,
So
lives though.
big damage. And that's
good job.
Choice Band Snorlax.
Good job, Snorlax. Proud of you.
So he goes down, but he did what he needed to do.
Yeah. Ice punch.
But you know, Bandon's not out of it yet. You know, he's got the rocks.
It's true.
He still has Zapdos.
Yep.
Seeing what we see,
Yeah.
you know, another explosion.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Latias.
Lottie.
And
Probably
Lottie is
specs.
incredibly well positioned.
Well, now that it's locked into Surf, Braylon gets to come in pretty freely.
So Breloom gets Click Spore,
Yep.
which is good. But looking at what's left, I think Frank's last is Dragonite.
Yep.
Here he comes. But here's Zapdos.
Zapdos,
packed
HP
with
Ice?
HP Ice. Maybe it's T-Bolt. We know it's gonna be mixed Dragonite.
it
Gets
gets
crit
crit.
for his troubles.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, things are not looking great for Frank.
Yeah.
Kind of stumbling the end game there, but gets a lucky crit to bail him out.
Lucky crit to kill Zapdos. That crit definitely mattered.
Definitely mattered.
and
But
then-
so did that Zapdos Thunderbolt, I think. So I think it balances it there.
Yeah.
Frank's got to hit a bunch of stone edges and hope that Lottie stays asleep.
Yeah, so Lottie taking a really fucking long nap, and Breloom, trained U.S. Marine sniper,
And he pulls it off.
misses no
So
stone
definitely a rougher end game.
Yeah, got bailed out by good luck, but that's Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, imagine if there is a Scarf Lucario cleaning up at the back.
Oh my god, yeah.
So hopefully John learns from that. We see a different team.
Yep.
We have Bronzong lead,
Bronzong.
which is cool. So we're going to see the double into Metagross, which
Uh-oh.
is the rocker. And Heatran's going to come in. Heatran, watch out. He's got Earthquake.
Yep.
Here comes Suicune, which is definitely a great early game Heatran check.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looking at the team so far, like,
Mm-hmm.
Suicune looks really strong. But Heatran's going to hold his own and
Yeah.
pretty much take out Kun, which is...
Yeah. Well, no, that
mean,
was
really
Pasho, so
Yeah. Definitely a good call given what we've seen so far. Like, there's no water resist.
yeah,
And
no
it
water
didn't
resist
switch
be
out of
fun.
Suicune. It stayed in.
Yep.
That's telling of what the structure is like against water types, which is definitely a more risky way to play. But when you're pulling up with an offense team like this, you know, you kind of gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, unfortunately, going for the DD on T-Tar this early is not going to get you very much with Metagross still being full and, you know, all these
And there's
mons
still a
being
Scarf
healthy.
Breloom,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to really. Make
That's
that
true, yeah.
progress.
DD Tar doesn't really do anything in this matchup because of Breloom.
Yeah, until Breloom goes down.
Right. Frank really likes to press
I
these
didn't
ice
know you could-
punches.
I didn't know you could use Shiny Jirachi. I thought it was illegal. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just Shiny Celebi you can't use.
Maybe.
Because I want that.
That's a good shiny.
that's my favorite Shiny.
That's a good one. Unfortunate Meteor Mash miss.
Miss.
Yeah. But DD
Dragonite's
probably
gonna
gonna
have
be
a lot of work to do.
a little too late.
Hopefully it's Lumberry.
Yeah, because you're about to go to bed.
Wait, no,
Bronzong
Bronzong
is sleeping.
asleep.
But there's
But no, it's
its own Dragonite.
pretty cooked at this point.
yeah.
Yeah, but man, Suicune well positioned versus this team.
Yeah.
God dang.
Kind of.
God damn.
I don't know. Kind. Suicune on a team with T-Tar, I'm never quite sure of.
I like it. You just have to think that like Suicune is gonna come in early game because like you also have the Breloom to kind of help check other waters.
That's true.
Kind of. So like looking at like if you go back to Frank's team,
Yeah.
like what switches into Heatran? it's Suicune. And Heatran hits the field pretty early, especially if you look at, hey, this is a Scarf Breloom that's probably going to go into Metagross. Heatran is going to hit the field.
You have T-Tar.
And if
T-Tar can...
Right, but that's DD Tar. You don't want to switch a DD Tar into
right.
Heatran and take unnecessary chip if you don't have to.
That's fair.
So like you can come in with Suicune, get a Calm Mind. When you threaten out Heatran, and start breaking big holes. Like you look at the team that Bannon has, like if that Suicune's at +2 special attack, I don't know what stops it except for Gengar blowing up and Passo Heatran blowing up.
Yeah. No.
Maybe Metagross lives if it's max HP, but if it's like agility, then that might not happen.
Yeah, but good shit from Frank. You know, showing that when you have a team that you know how to use and pilot well, it works.
It works out well.
Yeah. But moving on, we are back in our new format, Gen 6. A little preview of maybe our future seasons.
Yeah. So see, JT's pulling up with Beedrill.
Yeah.
JT loves that bug.
JT
more
loves
than anything
Beedrill.
else. We also see a little sand core with T-Tar Drill.
Yep.
You know, just to kind of help check some of the things that
Beedrill
will be scared of, aka steel types.
Yep.
Which Excadrill can handle, and with its speed, it can outrun pretty much everything. And Keldeo is broken. So
Keldeo is crazy. I believe this one is Spectacles. Yeah.
And looking at David's team, definitely more of a balanced style. He's got the Fable, the Ferrothorn, Rotom for pivoting, likely a utility Excadrill with like Stealth Rock, Spin, stuff like that, and then Lopunny being who it is, and then Volcarona, who needs no introduction. Yeah. Which Volk looks pretty scary if Tyranitar goes down. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
So if it is like Giga Drain, but we don't
like look at that Skull doing 60%. Fable is just dead.
Fable is dead on turn 3. David,
that's not good. You cannot sack your Clefable.
Other David rejoicing. By the way, the music paused.
Oh, did it really? God damn it!
It did. Little music break. Shout out to Glitch. Pretty much the entire playlist is.
Lando's dead, sacking it to get rocks up, which when there's a utility drill over there that can spin pretty freely versus your team. I don't know how I feel
and
about
there's a Lopunny. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
That seems like a very unfortunate, and that's a great Wisp. Knowing that whatever comes into Rotom doesn't want to be burned.
No.
Like even if it is Rotom itself, like that 12% you lose every turn is huge. And with the sand chip that's going to come.
Right. Looking at JT's team, there really isn't much that deals with Rotom.
No, because that's Sandrush Excadrill. If it was Mold Breaker,
then
that's
you can
a story. But it also doesn't switch in.
Yeah.
We see the Lure Tyranitar with Fire Blast. And Ferrothorn is getting really low. It's probably going to switch, but
it
stays in.
Stays in to get rocks.
He's trying to call it out.
Incredible. And now Tyranitar is basically dead.
Yeah, and now Volcarona is looking very scary.
Yup.
Because Drill can come in. You don't care if Drill dies here.
No, you just want to get your rocks. Off. Yep. Unlucky. Unlucky miss.
Fortunate. I don't think that's doing more than like 50.
To Drill? Yeah, probably not. Ironhead did 7 to Rotom. That's crazy. But the Toxic is good.
Toxic.
You know, knowing Excadrill can, you know, recover HP relatively easily.
Yeah.
But looking to sack it just to, you know, cripple Rotom.
Get free entry for Volcarona.
Yeah, now it's the Volcarona show. What do you do? Hydro Pump's gonna do like nothing.
See, Paint Split, that's admittedly really nice.
That is neat.
But we have to see, is Giga Drain going to be here? It is.
Sure is.
And is +1 Volcarona faster than Beedrill?
It is.
Tyranitar is dead. And
now Giga Drain.
Giga Drain kills, which it does. Crit. Don't think that mattered, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, see, Beedrill, you need to be faster than +1 Volcarona. I'm sorry. I don't think it can be.
I don't think it can be.
Yeah, and so that's Volcarona, everybody. That's what it does.
Everybody please clap.
Yep.
So good stuff from David. This being his first SAPA set.
Yeah.
Taking down JT.
Yeah, it came out swinging.
Multiple season winner.
Yeah.
Is pretty good.
So JT said no more funny B. I need to lock in, and so he brings what I think is the sample team. Has Volcanion, which is a pretty good answer to Volcarona.
It's pretty good into just balance in general. Like look at David's team into Volcanion.
Yeah, like Hydra Steam plus Flame, like it's good.
Yeah. Hard to switch it.
Yeah, so keeping rocks off the field is obviously going to be very important between Kyurem, Volcanion, and Zapdos. And so Excadrill has a lot of work to do.
Also, I do want to point out that there was a chance that the Giga Drain was a roll on Keldeo. But
our scientists are checking the lab, but it's not a roll in Keldeo's favor, probably.
It was about a 43%. Was it? It was at full, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Keldeo, I think was at 100.
Or like right after rocks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a roll.
Wow. Unlucky.
Very fortunate for JT there. But here we go.
Yeah. Getting Volcanion in before the rocks go up is really good. Excadrill on JT's side is already burned and at 63%, which is
not good.
Not good. Not what you want to see when you need Excadrill to put in a lot of work keeping these rocks off, because like you don't want Zapdos having to keep coming in at 75.
Yeah. It's like Zapdos was very good into this team. I mean, there is a Lopunny.
Yeah.
And that Heat Wave is not doing enough. Like Drill is going to heal that off.
Yeah.
Very, very easily.
Okay, Zapdos has
Defog.
Yeah, Zapdos has Defog. Okay, so that helps for sure.
Yeah, and it's Wish, Clefable.
Wish, Clef, Heinous.
Wish, Calm Mind.
Wish, Calm Mind. Oh.
So we can see last move it could be Mono Moonblast, it could be Wish Protect, Calm Mind.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. We'll see. But we see Roar on Volcanion to phase out these setup sweepers, which is good.
This is a pretty good. Cresselia. I was gonna say this isn't the worst. Oh, he's fake out. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not the worst time to throw out Steam Eruption. Maybe get lucky if David gets greedy. But
yeah, but we see Cresselia was going to be JT's switch into Lopunny every time.
Mega Lop.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's a pretty dang good one, so...
Oh, yeah. Heatwave doing 26.
Which is not enough.
Yeah. Zapdos getting Toxic is a little tough, but Zapdos kind of doesn't want to stay in very long anyway, so...
He kind of wants to dance around. Is Rotom going to die to Steam Eruption? It is. That is a huge piece of momentum, especially for Kyurem. Because we don't know what kind of Kyurem set it is yet, but Rotom being dead is huge because he doesn't have Freeze Dry.
Right.
That was I think a Gen 8 thing.
Yeah.
Which is what broke him.
Right, yeah. Well, what if this Ice type could just hit water types? Yeah.
So Wishing going. It is Wish Protect. So assuming Mono Moonblast as the attacking move.
Yeah, we saw Moonblast once, so we know it's whole set. Getting Lopunny again, which is unfortunate.
I mean, you definitely want to get Ferrothorn, which would be ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice double. Trying to catch Clefable coming in.
Oh, lots of doubles.
Back to this again. Missing Steam Eruption. Did you know that move could miss?
Oh, yeah. I've used Volcanion in enough seasons to know that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And I feel like JT just needs to just click Steam Eruption. I know the move only is APP.
Yeah.
But, like,
that's
man,
true.
What if it burned? But it is toxic, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
You kind of look at that. And this Clefable is unaware.
Right, so the toxic does help.
Yeah, because you gotta. I think JT sees that and he knows I gotta get my rocks up immediately.
Yep.
You know, besides the fact, hey,
rocks are very good.
Is there.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's turn 35, David's getting a little greedy being
Yeah,
like,
he's
all right,
not being patient.
I kind of want to, I got to speed this up a little bit, which is definitely something that can happen in these longer games.
Yeah. And so we see him there spinning, predicting the switch out, but JT decides to call him out. Now Extra Drill's dead, so
Drill's gone.
that's huge.
So no rocks removal.
Yeah, so you get rocks up one more time, and they're up forever. Here we got Moonlight. Gotta keep Cresselia alive.
I see Encore, which is cool.
It is funny, but I don't think you really care too much, right? I would have just probably stayed in. I mean, you don't have that many.
Give Lopunny momentum.
I know, but it's taking Rocky Helmet chip. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot his helmet.
Yeah, I guess you could just switch out, but now Zapdos is really low.
Because you kind of want to be able to throw off Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Because like it kind of forces Ferrothorn or Clefable in, which gives you Zapdos entry.
Right, so now you can Roost, yeah.
Because at this point, like Zapdos was already really hard for David to deal with. But now, like without like Excadrill having your electric immunity, you know, and you know, fact that he got Heat Wave and Ferrothorn is afraid of fire.
Yeah. Defogging there. I guess that's fine.
Fair.
But like Zapdos is dead now, I think. Oh,
no, he got one more in me.
One more in him now.
Take some chip for the road.
Chip for the road.
Rocks go up
though. Yeah.
But I don't think you care because you can go this guy. I was gonna say you could try to spin, but not really a point.
No, because if you spin, you just spam rocks as Ferrothorn.
Hold on. Is Extra Drill rocks too?
Yeah.
David's Extra Drill.
No, it's just spin.
Must not be. Okay.
Unless that's its fourth move. But yeah, now spamming Steam Eruption does 39 to Clef is crazy.
That's crazy.
But you don't really need Volk anymore, right? So you just stay in.
You just quick damage. Maybe get a crit.
Because Toxic will eventually kill this thing. Switching to Drill
You might as well spin, right?
Yeah.
You get a free turn. Lopunny comes in, so what?
Yeah. Do you just sack
because it's still threatening.
Still threatening. Do you press return? It does. That's a good return. But it doesn't do enough to 2-hit KO.
It
rolls. It's a roll. Never mind. But you have your own who has not hit the field yet, so you can just fake out, cycle.
Yep.
And so this is wrapped up. JT played the patient game. Didn't get greedy. Didn't get impatient.
Yeah, that's one thing about JT's gameplay, where he doesn't really make that big aggressive play. Like, we saw like David try to make on like turn 35, 36, where he was like, all right, I'm tired of this. I want to do something.
Right.
JT was like, you know,
like,
making
this is the flow chart.
Play, being like, okay, I'm going to do this. You know, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And then eventually, you know, your opponent like tries to, you know, get cute or just says, I've had enough of this. I got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because David was definitely on top of it in the beginning turns. And I think the stamina wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then JT kind of took advantage of that, and you know, he kind of, you know, letting Extra Drill die.
Right.
You know, letting Rotom go down or Ferrothorn go down. Maybe he could have stuck around a little bit.
Yeah, he was constantly
there.
trying to make progress, and you know, those little increments eventually add up to where you can clean up. It's good, you know, the consistency of, you know, not getting impatient and, you know, making incorrect plays. That's why JT has performed so well.
Yeah.
In, you know, cross seasons.
Yeah, but we want to see Game 3.
Game 3, right? Oh, I thought that was Game 3.
We gotta.
These games are so long.
Yeah. That's good. So turn 1 Zapdos is toxic, which is not ideal.
No.
We see that the Heat Wave come out, switch into Rotom. Might as well throw it off again. You know, no need to get cute. It's turn 3.
Yeah. Oh, we see discharge.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Now Zapdos is at like 39. And like you're toxic,
Zapdos
so like
taking a lot of chip. However,
but
keep track of Hydro Pumps.
Yeah, pressure Zapdos. Does Zapdos not get static in this gen?
It does. It can't have static and defog.
I see. So we see
Rotom has 2. He has 2 hydros
Two
left.
hydro pumps left, yeah.
We finally see what Kyurem does.
It presses sub and then runs away because it doesn't want to let Volcarona set up.
Volcarona says bye-bye.
Yeah.
Here's Rotom. There's Excadrill.
Yep. Getting
good
burned
wisp.
immediately.
Really good Wisp.
Yeah. JT's Excadrill's gotten burned so quickly in all 3 games.
That's true.
Now there's no more Hydro pumps.
Hydro is gone.
No more.
Which means Drill is
can just
free.
sit here forever on this.
But great play going to
great read
Volcarona.
there.
David seeing that, going, I gotta go.
Yep.
We see Quiver put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Is it a good Steam Eruption turn?
No, he's
No,
just
just
doesn't want
Roar.
the +1 guy to get out of control. I respect
Yeah,
that.
which I get. A little Toxic going.
Yep.
Get some lefties chip. Because Clefable can't really hurt you. And if it Calm Minds, then, so be it.
Right. Crest every time. High jump kick.
David getting greedy.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm going to kill this guy.
I feel like T-Wave was okay there. Like, if Excadrill comes in,
I get you
who
don't want to
cares?
let Excadrill in for free.
I guess.
When in the last game, David did go Excadrill pretty often.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the Ice Beam.
Yeah, but Volcanion being at 39% is a little scary. Like, you're losing your Volcarona check.
Yeah, David definitely getting these doubles right.
Yeah.
He's playing Volcarona very aggressively. With switching.
Yeah, and a great switch for Iron Barb's chip. Identifying that Fake Out's probably coming.
Which is crazy. Like, if I'm JT, like, I don't know if I want to click Fake Out
Into the burn, yeah.
it.
But, like, he also doesn't have much of an option anymore.
No, he doesn't. Because you don't really want to throw Kyurem out there right now.
No.
So we can defy, get the rocks out of here.
Yeah.
And
See if I'm David here, I'm just spamming rocks.
Yeah.
Get him up. Yep.
He is.
Volcanion does get a couple turns of lefties though, which is nice.
Great
and
Toxic.
Good Toxic, yeah.
Yeah, now JT's going, okay, I'm going to make some plays. Lives the Volt Switch, however, is now forced out with rocks.
Oh my
Gets
goodness.
Drill, which is not really
good, yeah.
So
Zapdos
gonna
is
go
dead,
down.
so no more defog. So it's all up to Excadrill to spin away these rocks. So JT kind of identifying that he has to play a little aggro with Lop.
Yeah.
High Jump Kick does not kill Ferrothorn, which is probably a calc, right? That
Definitely
is
calc.
built into the sample team.
I would think.
Yeah. Going Volk here, I think, is a big misplay.
Yeah.
Because this thing has quick attack. Return's going to do a lot.
Again, that's a... what is it? It turned 30 something.
Yeah.
If it says, it's Volcarona time.
Yep.
Here we go. And again, this is, I guess, because maybe JT has turned on the aggro. David is going, okay, bet. I could do that too.
Yeah.
But now JT's slowing the game down again. Because Rotom cannot click Hydro Pump. He is out of PP. You don't see that often.
No.
But having double pressure will do that to you.
Spin is pretty free.
Spin the win.
Yup, get him off. And since Pharaoh's dead, you don't have to worry about rocks much anymore.
Yes, true. Unless this
This thing
drill...
also has rocks.
Which I don't think it does.
No.
We see Kyurem is faster.
It's faster with
Earth
Earth
Power.
Power.
Doesn't
get the kill, so Kyurem is dead. But it does look like pretty Lopunny gets a kill time.
So looking at this end game, how it kind of comes together, it's definitely going to be who has the sacks.
Yeah, and JT's up in
and their
right
fake
now.
out pressure.
Yeah.
And David is going to have to win the game with Calm Mind Clefable, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do Toxic, though.
Yeah, even with the burn.
Yeah, like Ironhead's doing enough chip.
Yeah.
And, to ramp with Toxic, like, I don't know if you can get enough Calm Minds up.
Yeah, that was a good Volk turn.
Yeah.
Get that extra bit.
Get some lefties. Just Steam, right? Because you'll die to Moonblast. So do a little chip. Now Lop gets a kill. I think Return would have killed there.
Down to Toxic.
Yep. Now you go Cress.
And
Like you need like 2 crits in a row from Lopunny on return.
Need super crit.
Yeah. And all you have to do is keep Cresselia healthy. You can go drill.
I mean, if you keep Extra Drill alive, Rotom can't do anything.
No. Rotom just gave him HP.
So thanks for the bits.
Yeah.
And I think
You a little chip, and now it's is wrapped.
yeah, because you don't want Lopunny to get chipped down.
No, Lopunny can't do anything. Cresselia's at 100.
Yeah. And GT is fake out quick attack, so
Right. And so you can just clean it up.
This is pretty cooked at this point.
Yep. Fake out. Quick attack.
It was a good
GG.
set. This is the best.
It was a very good set. Yeah, very methodical. I like these mid gens. You know, like 6, 7.
Yeah, they had some. He had some good. I like good like balance, bulky offense matchups like this.
Yeah. And so speaking of more Gen 6, here's your set.
Gen 6. Yeah. So, this is the first time I've really played ORAS before. So this is really my first team. So I kind of structured the team around Mega Gardevoir.
Yeah.
But one thing about Mega Gardevoir is it has a very exploitable speed tier.
Yeah.
Because base 100 is good, but it's not that good. So I paired it up with Garchomp for rocks and just to check, physical attackers.
Right.
Like Lopunny, who we saw last game, is crazy. And if you look at the team I have, like, who wants to come into that? Nobody.
Right.
Then I threw on T-Tart Excadrill to act for defensive backbone. Tyranitar can pursue guys like Gengar, faster psychic types like the Lottie twins that want to defog.
Right.
Excadrill can clean up in sand and really threaten steel types, which again Gardevoir is going to struggle with. And what's also funny in like mirror matchups where I'm against another sand team, Gardevoir can come in and trace Sand Rush from Excadrill.
Funny.
And then threaten Focus Blast or Wisp.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, usually in that kind of matchup, like Gardevoir isn't always the strongest looking. Like, again, if there was an Excadrill in this team, I think this is less of a good Gardevoir game.
Right.
As we see on screen.
Yeah.
And then the Rotom is Scarfed.
Classic.
So, Volt Switch around, Progress, trick for like special balls like Chansey, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, like looking at Slowbro, like that guy doesn't want to have a scarf.
Yeah. And of course Serp is here. Serp is broken. This is a broken Pokemon. Glare is really good.
Glare,
again,
cringe.
I want to put everything in a speed where Gardevoir kills them.
Right.
Because that guy's statisticals are stupid. Anyway, that's the team.
That's
and
cool.
I kind of thought that THD would bring Tyranitar,
Skarmory
like
here.
Sans. This is pretty much what I expected Chris to bring.
Yeah, it's a very Chris-coded team.
And Gardevoir destroys his team on paper. Like you just look at it, it's like, what do you do?
Pretty free Wisp. Catch Braylon trying to come in, being cheeky, or
dude, I thought Garchomp was coming in.
That
I
too.
really did. As again, I don't.
But yeah, spin's pretty free. You see its helmet though, so you do have to take chip. Garchomp's here, and your special.
I got Fire Blast. Watch out!
Life Orb? No.
No, like I said, it's the Rocky helmet.
Oh, right. Get your rocks up.
Get rocked here. Here's Serpenturf.
Paralyzed
It was a good play for Chris.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I felt real bad.
Real. This is pretty free glare turn for you. Yeah. Oh, you got lucky.
Yeah.
HP ground? Oh, no.
No. I'm just going to crit and do 9. I don't really know why I stayed in, to be honest. I kind of I just wanted to lift these.
But now you have Flash Fire. That's neat.
So again, with the funny trace interactions, now Heatran kind of has to leave.
But Heatran doesn't leave. He says you leave.
Says you go away. Here's Tyranitar.
That's him.
And
Q.
What?
Oh.
I kind of thought Skarmory was going to come in.
Fair.
as that kind of hits. It's my strongest move. And if Breloom came in, that's my strongest hit. Did not expect to see Mega Garchomp.
Right, yeah, you look at this team, you're like, oh, it's probably Mega T-Tar, right?
I kind of thought it was Mega Slowbro.
That's also fair.
Yeah, the Mega Tar would have been just as expected.
The SD there, probably a little too late.
Yeah, and Gardevoir gives me free entry, no spikes down.
Yup.
This guy got Thunder Wave.
Yo, right, true. No sense in sacking him to that trick. Yep.
Yeah, so trick it off, and now Rotom gets lefties.
Leftovers, and Bingus Blast goes down.
And now here's Mr. Luigi.
Mr. Luigi himself.
When I saw this guy, I thought I was getting bullet seeded, which would have been really scary. Technician Breloom would have mopped my shit.
Yeah, but turns out he's Sub Punch.
This set.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Sub Punch Breloom. He's here.
That's him.
Which, like, I'm really glad it is, because he can't sub, because I could just yell.
True.
Watch this, Slowbro. Watch out. You're
Slow,
going to die.
Look out. You can't.
And now every time Gardevoir hits the field, I get a kill.
Yep. Yeah, this is wrapped up.
Yeah. And here, I actually switch out, because I'm afraid if it's Scarftar, I don't really want to lose guard.
Yeah, if you have Garchomp, like, he's built for this. Throw off EQs.
Not really. It was a nice crit. I don't think it doesn't really change much.
No, it doesn't. It didn't change anything.
It speeds up the game. Yeah. It's either okay, and then I go Gardevoir, and I kill.
Exactly. Breloom cannot sub. Focus Punch gonna bounce off. 35. That's for quad resist. Good enough. I don't know.
Yeah, you know when I was afraid of Scarftar.
Turns out it is Scarftar.
It is Scarftar.
Oh,
hooray!
But extra drill in the back.
Yeah,
for an easy EQ.
Yeah. I mean, that pretty much showcased what the team was.
Yeah, it functioned well.
This game. Here's another one where it's like, okay, fast guy, get it out of here. Because looking at his team, like Tyranitar is not the most helpful. Like, Volcarona is here. However, like, I have Excadrill. I have Glare, because, like, it's pretty, like, hey, I can set up on Superior.
Yeah. Bringing Lottie or any Psychic or Dark Resistant early when T-Tar exists on the other team feels so bad in a world with Pursuit.
Yeah, here comes Superior, and I said, you know what? I want this guy paralyzed. But I actually go for sub, trying to win speed tie.
Funny.
And him doing the same thing. But he's light screen.
Light screen. Hyper offense type shit.
Yeah, and I go, you know what? We're gonna sit here together. Dodging, which is nice. I wouldn't have broke my sub.
No.
Here's Volcarona.
Volcarona, no, you're gonna get glared.
So Bug Buzz will go through my sub. It isn't a sound move. However, he is now slow, and I do not care about Volcarona anymore.
Yep.
I got Tyranitar, honestly, because I thought he'd live. He gets full paired twice.
Double pairs.
Just really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
Volcarona does eat all of your souls.
He gets it all.
Yeah.
So, I kind of went in Tyranitar for him to die, so I go to extra drill.
Right. Drill versus drill, but Rotom, seems like a pretty easy switch in here.
Did I Wisp? I think I Wisp.
You did.
Yeah. I go, oh, this is not great. And this guy goes for light screen. I go, oh, I'm smart. I got a physical attacking move. And it doesn't, because I'm dumb.
No.
And now I'm going to get Serped.
Superior Blast. Oh, but full para.
But that full para was super nice, because things are not looking good. Because here's this interaction. One, that's Mega Tyranitar. Chris para. Doesn't press the Mega button.
Oh.
And I got full parried.
Still doesn't press the Mega button.
Still doesn't press the Mega button. I go Excadrill. I click Earthquake. He's dead. If he Megas, he lives. He wins the game. It's over. Like I mean, if he's Ice Punch, then you know,
Right.
probably not. But then I have to hit Hydro Pump more so. But I'm gonna hit Hydro Pump.
Late game
3
rocks.
times and win the game.
Yep. That's
So
all
I
she wrote.
channeled my inner Frank, and I said I'm gonna hit all my moves. I did.
God smiles.
Yeah, got dicey.
Yeah.
Got a little lucky.
Yeah.
At certain parts.
But Gen 6,
but, you know.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now moving on to this silly set that is part of the standard rotation
I'm gonna
for
let
some
you take
reason.
this one. I'm gonna just run to the bathroom real
Word.
quick and
Sure.
see if my cat will eat.
Gotcha.
I will be right back.
Yeah. Well, while our commissioner is taking care of stuff, we're looking at Partners in Crime, which is a silly doubles format where your opponent, your partners, your 2 Pokemon out on the field, share abilities and moves, which is why you saw double Intimidate dropping both from Incineroar and Tyranitar. And so, with Inteleon on the field, that means Regidraco also has Sniper, and so with Focus Energy, it's going to be doing big crits, the idea. But now everything has Sandrush. Sandrush Zapdos is going to come in and kill. There's a lot going on here. Brian Hands. SD again, or Escher gonna boost. Everyone's boosting. I think Chester here is trying to set up a little too much to make funny gimmicks work when you have these guys on the other side who are boosted by sand and going fast and very strong. Both of them have plus attack boosts. I think the boosting is just not going to be enough. Also, pressing Draco Meteor with your Iron Hands when he is a physical attacker. Play Rough, physical move on Whimsicott, who is also a special attacker. Yeah. So, quick 6-0 from Jordan.
Dang, I just come back and the game is over.
Yeah, it was a quick one. You know, Chester here to have a good time. Not a seasoned Pokemon player in our league, but here to even out the teams and have fun. Funny crit-based team. We got Super Luck, we got Sniper. Everything's running Focus Energy. Same crits.
Dude, he's gonna crit you. So all these Intimidate traps, they don't matter.
Yeah, it's true. But look out, he has Water Absorb. You can't hit him with a water move, no. And so now no more Sniper. So these crits are going to do a little less.
I like the idea of this team. It's really funny.
It's very funny. Unfortunately, I think there's too much offensive pressure coming from Jordan's side.
Pokemon.
Yeah, and now you give Regenerator to Volcanion, so you could switch out here and get HP back. Or you can stay.
But there's a big Draco Meteor.
Yeah, big Draco crit. Funny. And so we see Spore from Volcanion, Spore from Amoonguss. Really wanting this guy to take a nap.
Go to bed.
Someone is going to put this guy to bed.
You know what? Kingdra's going to go to bed too.
Nope.
Oh no! No!
Been there myself. Never forget.
Yes, classic moment.
Never forget season 1 when I did that for both my own Pokemon twice in the same game and refused to learn. We were not very good at Pokemon back then. At least I wasn't.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay, going for the Focus Energy here is just it's gonna be a little too late. Jordan doing a little oopsie and pressing knockoff on the guy who doesn't have an item, and now all of a sudden Iron Hands is back at basically full HP.
Yeah.
But surely Zapdos Galar will be able to come in and win the day.
Oh, it's attack drops. Oh, Brian Hands.
Brian Hands lives.
But
a good protect from Tyranitar.
We see it detect here.
Yep.
Going for the Tyranitars, dropping rocks.
Dropping rocks. Not out of the woods yet by any means, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
gotta just start hitting moves.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Dragon Energy turn.
Yep.
Because now, like, Draco Meteor's coming.
Terra Dragon, and you get faked out.
What? Think about it again. Oh. Would have been funny.
Draco
Miss Draco is unfortunate, but again...
Dragon Tail, T-Tar, and doubles.
Honestly, it's kind of funny in this format.
It is funny. Yeah.
Because you literally will change how the game works.
It's true.
Like mid.
Yeah, this format is I don't know.
I like this format a lot. I think it's really fun. It really makes your brain tickle. You know, you do all kinds of things. Now here is the sun before the rain.
The sun before the rain.
I'd like to talk about Aaron's team while this game goes along. So my team, we have a spreadsheet that we use for sharing teams, and one of the parts of it is you have to basically talk about how it works, so that pretty much any of us can pick it up and play. So I'm gonna kind of explain. This was Aaron, Tim, and I kind of cooked this one to like 500 degrees. This is a pretty fun team. So hopefully you enjoy these replays. But the idea is Torkoal sets the sun, and then it ejects to Tornadus for either a Victory Dance or a Prankster Sleep on Lilligant. From there, Prankster Tailwind, and then the world is your oyster. So everyone's got Chlorophyll, nothing is going to catch you. Even when Chlorophyll is gone, you still have Victory Dance on Lilligant, Shell Smash on Torkoal, which then lets the Big Cat, the Big Hat, and the Dragon go crazy when they're paired up with either of them. Hat has Trick Room to turn off opposing Trick Room or to take advantage if you lose speed control. Power Trip on Incineroar and Stored Power on Hatterene take advantage of all the boosts. It's partners in crime, sharing is caring. All these guys get along with matched up abilities and many combos. Boost up, go fast, hit hard.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we see Roaring Moon pressing Shell Smash, which is an insane thing to say.
Yeah, words never spoken before.
But does get punished for it with a nice Spirit Break. Prankster sub Amoonguss. Victory Dance Incineroar. This is a godless tier. None of this is supposed to be happening.
This is God left. And now Incineroar can dance at incredible speeds. And one thing with Will's team, which is really funny, it being based on Prankster Spore.
Yep.
Aaron brings a team with two dark types, a magic bounce guy, and a grass type.
Yeah. So like
no one
can be.
No one's going to bed.
Yeah. So Incineroar here, +2 attack, +2 defense, +2 speed. Don't see any way for Will to come back from that.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
So Torkoal is gonna come in.
Oh yeah, we see
and out.
No, we don't see it. Never mind. Cannot Leech Seed the Incineroar.
Cannot do that. And here's Eruption because you left them all alone.
Yup.
I mean, at this point, why not Incineroar does it too?
Yep.
So, funny.
Yeah, that was certainly a set.
Yeah.
And so we see
this
Aaron.
Team Will has is infinitely cooler, I have to say.
It is much cooler. Look at Rampardos here with Lycanroc Dust, so you can get priority Cell Rock on ramp. That's funny. Chimpow's here.
Also, I want to point out how Torkoal has booster special attack from Photosynthesis. We actually changed Torkoal's IVs, and we lowered his defense so that he would get a special attack boost in the sun.
That's funny. Ooh.
So, comedy. We probably could have optimized it better with like Incineroar and stuff to get an attack boost.
Perhaps.
But we didn't get that far.
Yeah, an unfortunate double into the Protecting Torkoal to lose the Cell Rock.
Yeah.
And now Eruption Lilligant is funny. Missing a Head Smash is unfortunate. Even at -2, I think that would have done a lot of damage.
Honestly, Chenpao might have died to recoil.
Real.
So
we've
played
Ice Spinner, the fire type. Head Smash, oh my god.
No, in hindsight, that definitely would have killed.
Yeah.
Damn, Chen Pal is stupid.
So the physical dudes are gone. You know.
And also, this is a funny interaction. You heal yourself.
Bounce it back.
It's pranksters, so you can do it for priority. Yay!
But we'll lose both mons because of it.
Yeah, but it was funny.
It was funny, and sometimes that matters more.
Exactly.
But
now you get to watch another funny.
After you eruption.
After you eruption, it's still Torkoal.
Yup.
And
that's gonna be that.
It's the whole game. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Torkoal's funny guy. Yeah, partners in crime. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. Maybe it'll grow.
I think it's one of those where you gotta like really get creative, and it's a lot of fun. If you just go, oh, I'm just gonna put good Pokemon together, then like it's just gonna be like, oh, there's too many options. But like when every single thing on your team has like really good synergy with the other, then it's fun. Speaking of fun, depending on who you ask, it's National Dex, and it looks like we've got some Charizards.
Yep. So we got Ernest versus Vivi.
Sun team.
Yep. Sun team with booster guys. We see a chlorophyll user. Yep.
So here we go.
Here we go. Nat Dex, kind of crazy. There is no Terra in Gen 9 Nat Dex. That is very Assault Vest Samurott. Sucker Punch. Oh, never mind. Roost on Zard. It's crazy. Sucker Punch. Going into my best friend, Raging Bolt. Draco.
Yeah, Raging Bolt looks like he's ready to click Draco Meteor and get a kill.
Yup. That's my goat right there.
Great Brian has fallen.
Great Brian, no.
Here's Slowking. He's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Goldengo, make it rain.
Goldengo, he's gonna hit you. Charizard, watch out. It seems like the wheels are currently falling off of
Vivi's team. Yeah, Tusk comes in on Lando always.
Doing no.
Oh, but the future sight. He forgot.
Just into the future.
Fire Blast just kills. Charizard is kind of crazy. We see no booster, which means this is probably Specs. And after seeing that damage, it's definitely Specs.
Oh yeah.
But here we see something. Here we see something that Mr. Pikachu was never supposed to let happen.
Yeah, Mr. Pikachu does not want to see Goldengo.
Make it rain is not a move that was designed to have a Z move attached to it. That shit's crazy. Charizard gets to come in though. This is all out pummeling. Will not be able to kill Charizard. He does in fact resist. And that should be that. I don't think Slowbro can 1v1 here. Especially not with that crit.
Yeah. But even with the crit, like, there's still Raging Bolt.
Yeah, Raging Bolt's going to come in. Or Logan here to press Solar Blade.
You don't got a Solar Blade. That's a little disrespectful.
It is funny, though. What else are you going to do? Press CC?
No, you're going to go Raging Bolt.
Well, yeah, you can press Thunderbolt.
Do it that way.
But Ernest going up game 1. And now we see Vivi both players pivot to different teams.
Sun team, number 2.
Another Sun team. This one with a bunch of...
all Paradox
all
guys
Paradox, including Hungry Box over there.
Hungry Box is here.
Yep. Ernest team.
This does not look like a great matchup
with
for
the 4 steel types. Yeah. Well, then you look and then it's a Sun team, but there's really only one Fire type.
Yeah.
Switching out.
And there's one thing that's at least cool with the Paradox guys is you have Sun abusers that aren't all fire.
Just fire types. Yeah.
You can think like Rain.
Yeah, it's like
it's like, oh, here's your waters. Yeah. Maybe you got an electric on there and some birds.
Yeah, with hurricanes, yeah. This first impression can bounce off. Curious why first impression was pressed in front of Moltres.
Debatable.
Yeah, easy U-turn. Get Tusk in here. Throw off a headlong rush. This devastating Drake from Outrage gonna do exactly half. Get your rocks up. Don't respect that mon. Hell yeah. Ice Spinner. I'm gonna be hitting the ground move. So we see Screamtail can also set the sun. And has Flamethrower. Skuldingo does not appreciate, but Screamtail will die for it.
Goodbye, Screamtail.
Yeah.
Flame. I didn't even know he could do that.
Me neither. All I know Screamtail is it's a Perish song.
Encore Disable. Paris song.
Yeah. We see Great Tusk spinning on Moltres, which is always kind of a greedy thing to do.
Yeah, and gets punished
Gets
for
punished for it, yep. Now that headlong.
Jeez.
Even with booster attack. Oh, we see it's
He's
a
a
Jack
Jack.
Funny.
That's cool.
Toxic back to full. Dancing in front of this thing, kind of greedy.
Kind of greedy.
Could've gotten Scald. But elects to just Toxic, and now Ernest is going to lose some mons because of it.
And now Roaring Moon is...
Tusk will die to this Outrage. Yeah.
Goodbye, Great Tusk.
Gambit, Sucker Punch? No.
Apparently not. Or Bullet Punch
Bullet
from
Punch,
Scizor,
yeah, Scizor.
On anything.
No. So sacking a lot of extra mons there that didn't need to be sacked. Vivi being extra cringe. Pressing Hypnosis. I think staying in there is maybe not good. But staying in this turn is especially not good. Kind of putting it all on King Gambit's shoulders. But I'm pretty sure... No. Okay, Weather Ball is a neat tech to have on Raging Bolt. CC doesn't get the kill. Look at Raging Bolt.
And now you're going to get balled.
What an incredible mon.
That is a guy.
Long neck. Good moves.
Dude, Raging Bolt in the sun
is so strong.
Like, when we were at NAIC last year, I brought Koraidon with Raging Bolt. That shit was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so going into game 3, Vivi said, well, this team worked, so I'm going to bring it again. Ernest bringing what I believe is a sample team. But Tapu Lele's here. When in doubt, Tapu Lele.
When in doubt. True. And also, Heatran, very, very good.
Heatran looks quite good here if you can deal with Tusk, which...
Click Magma. Unfortunate.
Miss Magma. Tragic.
And now, Great Tusk is going to establish Stealth Rocks.
Yeah, rocks up, kill Garchomp. This
Garchomp!
EQ...
Oh, but he's gonna leave.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. And Garchomp is going to get up rocks, too.
Yeah. No, I like that. Heatran seems free on Screamtail anytime. Misty Explosion did 5%.
Dude, I just imagine, like, Misty Explosion, like, Screamtail just sneezes.
Yep.
And just evaporates.
CC, Sack Chomp, I guess. You could also go Torn.
Yeah. I think you kind of want Chomp around.
Yeah.
You know, Great Bolt is still a guy.
Yeah.
But now you can tell
Lele gets to come in and kill something. Is the Scarf? Is it Specs? I don't remember, but...
I would think Specs.
Yeah.
Just because Specs is better Pokemon. There's Hypnosis on Heatran. Unfortunate for Ernest, good for Vivi, because Roaring Moon is going to have to win the game, and it's probably going to have to happen sooner than later.
Yeah. So I was watching this game live, and I was like, oh, Zamazenta's in. IDEF win the game right now. It's Choice Band, so it cannot do that.
I was also wondering why
it's banded.
Not doing that.
Thunderclap? No, it just goes for the bolt. He tried taking a nap. I think that turn was still guaranteed sleep. Unfortunate. But Tapu Lele's here. Moonblast, or yeah, just
Moonblast's
Moonblast.
gonna do a lot of damage.
Is that AV? Probably. Oh nope, it's weakness policy.
No, it's not. It's weakness policy. We were all fooled.
It's something far more sinister.
Which is really cool. But cannot thunderclap.
No, psychic turns up. But now Weavile's
now
here.
there are 3 turns left of psychic terrain. Get the sun up.
Yep, sun up for your moon.
Keep an eye on the psychic terrain turns.
Psychic terrains.
This is voice band Weavile, big crit there.
Yep.
1 turn of terrain, sacking
the Zaza. And now psychic terrain is over. Weavile gets to come back in, and you notice it's not wearing boots. It's here. He's banded.
Got a band.
That ice shard kills. And Ernest takes the set. Pretty good, you know, if you like watching Sun teams, it was especially good. But,
yeah.
And if you like watching Sun teams, we got more.
We got another. Is this not the same team that VV brought in game 1? It is. It's the same team.
It is, huh?
That's crazy. Anyway, I've dubbed this team style Atom Offense.
Atom Offense. Yeah, no, I mean these are his dudes. We see Hall. He was looking at Natdex. He saw Terapagos and said, "Wow, this guy's loud in this tier.
Gotta use him."
Yeah, and so while he cannot Terra, he still got pretty good stats. Terra Shell is a great ability.
Yeah.
Adam,
still big turtle.
Yeah. Adam sacking his
Slow
King. Yeah. Damage Lizard is not going to be able to kill Iron Hands. Nothing can kill Iron Hands. This mon is stupid. Oh.
And it's bulk up.
Bulk up Tusk. Ice Spinners can do nothing.
Don't really want to do that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times some players will fall into the trap of setting up, and once they set up, they think they have to stay in, otherwise they waste all their setup, when in reality, sometimes you just gotta leave.
You just click bulk up one time.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything, you know?
Yeah, and so all you accomplished was sacking your mom when you could have switched out, yeah. But, yeah, the wheel's kind of falling off here for Adam's team.
And if this is the same team, we know that it's choice specs.
It is definitely specs. Anytime you don't see a booster pop up, it's specs. Or bandit, I guess, but...
I guess it could be. Vulture's gonna get zapped.
Yep.
However...
Lander says hello.
Yeah.
Freest U-turn of all time.
Yep.
Let's suggest EQ.
Do that too, shake the earth.
That's fine, too. I mean, Kartana could SD, I don't know. I think that's a Scarf.
It's Scarf Landorus. Yeah. But have no fear. The turtle is here.
Yup, turtle with boots.
Well, he's got a Z move.
All out pummeling.
Fighting.
But Terra Shell.
Can he do it? No.
No, because Terra Shell is crazy.
Terra Shell is crazy. Who said that was a good idea? Mr. Pikachu, please explain to me.
Pikachu. Now locked into Focus Blast, cannot kill Goldengo. So he will clean it up.
He will fall.
Yeah, and so clean stuff from Hall. His funny team that he put together worked.
Yeah.
Now Adam bringing more sun, or what appears to be more sun. But this time he's got
Corona. I would say it's less sun.
You see Charizard and you're like,
I don't know. I don't think that's Zarvai.
Oh.
We're gonna blow up on turn 1.
It prevents spin. I get it. If you're trying to be hyper offense, you gotta keep your rocks up.
Yeah.
But now rocks do stay up.
Yeah.
Now
he's gonna do the move.
Yep. Look at Como. He gets his Z move back and he can actually do something. Except this Hurricane's gonna do so much damage. and get the confusion. Unlucky. Oh, breaks through.
But breaks through. It's good. Everything
Yeah.
is good. I think the Lando is still faster.
It is,
yeah.
yep.
And the Snick is Snick.
Snick.
And I know how Superior goes. Don't click that one. No.
No, there's a Goldengo. And now it's gonna hit the corkscrew crash.
Mr. Pikachu.
Yep.
Watch out. This is your nightmare.
Yep. Quiver Dance. Classic.
Quiver Dance is looking pretty game ending right now.
It's got a lot. This guy though.
That's true. Forgot about Brian Hands.
Hit back ground and bounce off.
What was I thinking?
Don't worry. This guy with the vest on will just never die. Oh, it's Mega
Zardak.
X.
And he still lived. Oh, he's going to win.
Yeah, I don't see how we stop Zardak. No, this guy
can revenge kill.
Yep. Kudge doing decent damage, but now Snake is boosted up. Lives this one too. No crit.
Goldango. That was probably not.
No, I don't think you go in there and sack the Goldango's HP. But pretty sure this has HP fire, but doesn't even need to press it now.
Yeah.
That was kind of a greedy Leaf Storm. But Aegislash, I think, had it in the bag at this point.
I think so too.
And so, yeah.
Superior is broken.
Superior is a crazy Pokemon. Contrary, who thought that was a good idea?
And we see.
And bringing the same one he had success with. And we see similar leads.
Similar leads. Ice Beam.
Ice Beam hitting the Sash.
Gonna do it.
Going there for the boom.
Adam has not learned his
Adam,
lesson.
no.
Can't do that.
Fool me once, fool me twice, you know.
Oh, and he's dancing.
He's danced up. Shadow Sneak. Oh, it erases him.
Good night. Dude, I forget Aegislash is a real Pokemon sometimes.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen him.
He's kind of crazy.
I was like, you didn't see him in Gen 8.
No.
Like, he was just kind of...
Yeah, Scarf Lando seems to be a really good counter to Zard.
Yeah.
And a great U-turn. Unless you get Moltres back in.
Komodo hopefully doesn't burn. Adam can come in and click his big ass
Z,
blast.
this doesn't kill, and I think Hurricane will kill with that flamethrower chip.
With this death boost?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, we saw how much it did last time.
You're right.
Roost on
That greedy SD?
SD.
It was.
Yep. Shadow Sneak, gonna crit, do a lot.
But now...
Yeah, I gotta kill this. Could you QD on the Hurricane? No, probably not.
Probably not a great idea.
Usurp. And we see Stone Edge. Hall almost not running Stone Edge. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we said, hey, Adam and Zard Y are a classic combo.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Sunny Shore Sightseers.
Not missing any moves. Yeah, what the fuck?
That's glory to Tim.
Yeah. Well, that's all week one. Exciting sets of gaming. We're winding down week 2 right now. We only have a couple sets left on the week, and so we'll be back soon to recount those. We had some incredible sets this week, too.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting to
apologies for this being late. This is actually our second recording.
Yes, I've been having technical issues, but they should all be worked out now. And so it should be smooth sailing moving forward.
Yippee.
Yippee. Thanks for watching, guys, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Hags.
Peace.